Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. How's everybody doing this evening? God bless, much love. Sorry it took me a minute to get in here. Had to get the kids to quiet down, right? Quiet down. Okay. Linda, number one in here tonight. Yes, absolutely. There you go. And number two is our bucket list has holes. Absolutely. God bless. Number two. Number three is Juno. Hello, everyone. Pecan waving. Hello, PG and everybody. Hello, PG, Linda said. God bless. Much love, you guys. Much love. And number four, Red. Red came in number four. Hey, a prayer garden and everyone. I'll be listening. There you go. God bless, Big Red. All right. Let me get on down through here. Hey, Pink Banjo, how you doing tonight, hon? Good to see you. And here is the legacy. There you go, the legendary. The legendary. I don't know why I always want to call him the legacy. I don't know. Must have been a movie I watched. Something. But it's the legendary. Sorry there. Hey, Pam, how you doing tonight, sweetie? How you doing tonight? Let me get on down through here. There's Miss Prissy Pauls. How you doing tonight? Penny, how you doing? How you doing? My fragile little mind. Amen. I heard that. How you doing tonight, sweetie? Texas Brad, how you doing? God bless. God bless. Let me see. Lovable, how you doing? How you doing? Carrie, I see you, girl. D, I see you. Summer. Breeze, how you doing tonight, sweetie? Anna, how you doing? I love the purple hearts. I love those purple hearts. God bless. How you PG and mods in chat? Many prayers, much love for Summer. Absolutely. God bless. I'm making it to the bottom. I'm making it to the bottom. There you are. Are you for real? There you are, girl. Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. Florida girl, I see you. Purple hearts for Summer. Amen. God bless. God bless. All right. I'm about at the bottom here. Okay. There we go. I see you, Cece. Angel, how you doing tonight, hon? All right. Let's talk about Chimney Top, right? I understand that I've heard talk off and on. I've heard talk off and on over, the past 2 years, right? Actually over 2 years now. About that chimney top. Donald and different people driving around down through there, right? Up along it, whatever. I have we have all seen seen the videos, I'm sure. How could we miss it? And there for a minute it was like big talk. It was big talk out on YouTube about the chimney top. Which is basically just like a big, kind of like a ridge, right? Mountain ridge that goes over the back of Tennessee there. But anyhow, behind, well, I can't say it's really behind. I mean, it's in the vicinity of the wells, right? But anyway, for some reason, people have this understanding that Donald and Candace and the kids and them, they lived up there at some point. No, no. When Don and Candace moved from Arkansas, when they moved from Arkansas, they moved directly to Don's mother's house there on 110 Ben Hill Road. Now, 110 Ben Hill Road, as far as I know, is no chimney top. Absolutely not. But Don Wells made some kind of statement that at some point they lived up there, right? Nah, he was talking about the shed roof down at below the land. He didn't say they were dancing on it. He said Summer wanted to get on it the night before she went missing, when they were down there talking to Jody, Sue, Andy, and them about the Mr. Dobbs, and before they went looking for Mr. Dobbs, right? When they was all down there drinking, partying, hooting it up down on the road the night before Summer went missing. Having a full-blown conversation about Mr. Dobbs, who had came up there with the deed to, take possession of his land, which he had every right to do. Somehow he got ran off, which didn't make no sense, right? Even law enforcement came up there and kind of shooed him away. So that didn't make no sense whatsoever. But he better thank God that they did. Because they did go looking for him afterwards. They did go out looking for him afterwards. Right? So that's true. Back in the day, I used to take girls up on the mountain and get their heart. And yeah. Deputy, you funny. Smoky Mountains. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that, Deputy. That is funny. No. The chimney top is a mountain ridge in Tennessee. It's just a big freaking hill, right? Big old hill of dirt. Pretty much what it is, hills of dirt and rocks and whatever else. Just a big, they call it the chimney top, right? They call it the chimney top. But anyhow, here we go. This is Don Wells. This is what we're dealing with, folks. This right here. I want to let everybody know what you're dealing with. Right there is what you're dealing with. This guy is definitely, a lot of people like to say sociopath. I think he's a psychopath, to be perfectly honest with you. 10 to 1. 10 to 1. And Candace, definitely borderline personality disorder. I don't know who told her she was bipolar, but they missed that mark, didn't they? They missed that mark. She must have went to somebody had no idea what they were talking about, right? They must have been partying every night hard. All during their college years. But here you go. These three right here. These three were the only ones up on 110 Ben Hill Road besides the children on June 15, 2021. Don Wells, though, he got up that morning and hauled it out of there, right? He hauled it out of there to get to work. Made sure he took that Subaru with Starlink in it and headed off to work. Candace and Grandis, though, they kind of got stuck behind, right? They got stuck behind. Grandis decided she's going to go to the doctor that day. She is supposedly going to wear a knee brace that none of us ever seen. And even Don says, oh, hell, I don't know. I didn't see no knee brace either. So obviously, you know, she was going to the doctor's for something. I heard she got in an argument with the pharmacist, right? Saying that, the doctor ordered something they didn't order. So whatever that little fight was about, and I'm sure it's pain medication, she didn't get, right? What she did get was a big old shot in the knee, right? And some anti-inflammatory medication. And, they said take 2 Tylenols and call us in a week if it ain't better. So it was a wasted trip. But that's why she goes all the way back to Wisconsin, right? To her regular doctors where she knows she can get what she wants. She don't care a lot for them Tennessee doctors because them Tennessee doctors just ain't giving her, the good stuff she's used to either taking or making some extra off of. I ain't for sure what she does. Right? I ain't for sure what she does. One ain't no better than the other, though. Right here. You guys remember Wayne Morlock, right? Donald brought him up just not too long ago. Do you all remember? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember Donald just recently throwing Wayne Morlock under the bus. Actually, right before him and Candace hauled it over into Arkansas, right? Just before him and Candace hauled it to Arkansas and, was ready to take up residence there. He said that Wayne Morlock had come past his house on Christmas Eve, right? Knocking on his door Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve after Summer came up missing, is what he said. So, right. Absolutely. Yeah, we all remember that, right? So, this is a funny thing. This is a funny thing because Donald just recently, from my understanding, right here, Donnie Wells. The mountain just over the tanker is Chimney Top. There you go. Where Summer Wells lived. Photo taken from Kingsport. No. Summer didn't ever, she only lived at 110 Ben Hill Road. She didn't ever live way up on Chimney Top there. Nope. So, and then somebody in the chat's trying to say, oh, they lived there and then they moved to 110. No, they didn't live there and move. They didn't ever live there. That's incorrect information, right? But that ain't what I find weird about all of this, right? That ain't what I find weird about all of this. What I do find weird about all of this is Donald puts out, this post, right? He puts out this post and has people talking about it. And he was talking about Wayne right here, right? Just recently. Okay, now you guys follow with me here. And he's taking a picture of this and showing it. Here's what I found weird about this certain chimney top. Let me go on, let it play through. Bingo. Bingo. Um, Look whose name's on this tombstone. And this is up on Chimney Top Cemetery. There's a Chimney Top Cemetery, folks. And look at the name that's on this tombstone. Morlock. Morlock. Right? Bam. Kind of funny, ain't it? Ain't it funny? Don's mentioning Chimney Top. He's blaming Morlock. And boom. I mean, I don't know if it all has a connection with summer, but that place might want to be checked, right? It might want to be checked. I mean, it's all tying in. And, you know, Donald, like I said, he just recently had been, throwing Morlock under the bus. Could it have been because he saw this tombstone? Could it be because they were up there? I mean, he would have no reason to be in this particular cemetery or anywhere near this particular area because he don't live around it. But I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, I thought it was awful weird, right? I thought it was really weird that this tombstone is there. Right there it is. Right? Chimney Top Cemetery. Right? So there you go. Chimney Top is in the vicinity of the wells. It's not far from the wells. No, it's not. Absolutely not. I'm just wondering, is there a connection? Is there a connection? I don't know. So, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it's just something that stood out. I mean, for this particular tombstone to be there, him talking about it. Now, this is on the other side of it. There's two sides of it. So, there's two sides of it. And of course, they're going to be looking on one side of it for summer, right? They're going to be looking on one side of it for summer. Maybe they didn't think to look on the other side, right? Maybe that's why Donald felt so safe talking about it. Why he felt so safe bringing it up. Now this is on the other side. So, I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. Hey, Pam, I'm bringing you up. What's up, Pam?
Hey, is that around that church that's across the street?
Chimney Top is
Is there a cemetery across the street from that church?
I think there's I don't know what church you're talking about.
Remember,
There's one church up there that yeah has a great big cemetery with it.
Yeah,
But
but then you
there's
go to because there's a pond right there before you get to the church.
Are you talking about the one down? Are you talking about the one down around Simpson?
Maybe that's the one I'm talking about. I'm sorry.
Are you talking about the one down the other way? But see, there's more than one church on that road there.
I was talking about the one where the church is there, and
Actually,
then
there's quite a few
there's a
churches in that area.
yeah, and then there's a church because Don went to that church. Remember the one where
Um,
it's across the cemetery, and
I'm
then
not
he
sure.
also
I'm not sure if they went to the one down there or the little one down the other way.
he went
I
to
thought
the
it was the
one.
one down. I thought it was the one down the other
I
way.
heard he went to all three of them. He
Oh,
started at
well,
that one,
okay. You're right.
and then he went to the one down there by where he was or where they live, and then they ended up at the Seventh Day Advantage one. Because in between there is where I think down there at the one by his house, ain't that the one where he met Dotson?
Mm. To be honest with you, I only heard that they went to the one that Don Sherfy's girlfriend went to, which was the little one down the road. And then they transferred from there over to that Seventh Day of Vintage thing.
Okay, could
Uh,
that be the okay, there's another question. Could that be the road where you see Don and Candace like in the back and they're just standing there looking off to something? Is that Chimney Top Road or am I talking of another road in between there? You know where you go around, there's a house on the corner.
Girl, I would have to see that picture because I don't know. I mean, I, I've seen so many pictures and so much stuff. I couldn't tell you. I'm like, I don't know, Bam. I don't
Like
know. All I know,
it's over there where the I guess they
all
said
I know,
the Crawfords live over there.
all I do know is they were talking about Morlock. They was talking about Chimney Top, and then Chimney Top has a Morlock grave on it. I mean, put two and two together, you got four right here. I do think it's something to think about. I think it is something that, should be taken in consideration. I think it is some place that might need to be searched, right?
Well,
I mean,
everything over there should be searched
right,
because why should law enforcement, okay, tell everybody to check their own property? Because that's kind of why would you do that when you know you want to find out, you want to cut your what this is where she wasn't found.
right,
I mean, you
right,
wouldn't tell somebody here, okay, go check your own neighborhood, and then
right.
that's just something I've
Um,
never heard of.
I don't know.
And I'm trying to be quiet tonight, so I'm
I,
sorry.
yeah, it's okay, girl.
I'm trying to be quiet. I'm just asking.
Um, I don't know. I have, you know, all I know is this chimney top is there, not far, in the vicinity of the wells. They have did videos on it. It's a very winding road, right? Um, what I'm trying to say is there's two sides to it. There's two sides to it. There's the ridge that, is on one side where Don and, you can view from the the well side. And then there's another side. This Morlock grave is up there. And he was just talking about Morlock. He's talking about Chimney Top, Morlock grave on Chimney Top. I mean, don't sound right to me. It don't
Well,
sound right to me.
every
You
time
know?
Dawn and Kenneth opens their mouths, they say something.
Well, it's just it. I'm just saying it is suspicious, right?
Oh yeah,
Because
everything is on the table. Like, you know,
well,
that's
what brought Morlock to his mind? This right here, this tombstone. What brought Morlock to his mind to be talking about him right there before they left out and ran to Arkansas? I
he
mean,
may have known him before.
Wayne Morlock is not, or maybe they were, you know, maybe they
Did
was maybe they
didn't
was
I
visit,
hear
maybe they were visiting wherever they may have put Summer and seen this tombstone, right?
yeah, and didn't I hear that he was locked up with this guy at one time? Or
No, no,
he knew this he
he
knew this
wasn't
guy
locked.
was locked up?
Yeah, Wayne was locked up, but he's not anymore,
Well, he's not anymore, but
right?
maybe Don knew him from being locked up or something. I don't know. Something
No,
that
Don knew him
hill
from the area.
that hill is so suspicious anyway. People go up there and they said they get the creeps.
That is true, Pam. That is true. But listen, you're derailing me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry, but you're
The
derailing
chimney
me
top
tonight.
the chimney top. Morlock is the one he talked. He blamed everybody though.
Yeah, but he didn't ever blame Morlock until after he got out of jail.
Yeah.
After months of being out of jail. And right before he went to Arkansas, right before they left to go over into Arkansas, that's when he started talking about Morlock. He starts talking about Chimney Top. Morlock's right here on a tombstone that
Oh
sits up
yeah.
on Chimney Top. I mean, it don't make, what I'm saying is it's not making sense, right?
No, no,
It's not
it's not.
making sense. It's almost as if this is what they saw when they happened to be in up here in this vicinity. And why would they be up here in this vicinity? I don't
Be-
know.
Before they left.
Before they left, exactly. Why would they? Why would they? I don't know.
That's something to look into, but I don't.
And this is not Light Cemetery. This is Chimney Top Cemetery. Right here, it says Chimney Top Cemetery. That's the name of it. Chimney Top Cemetery. It is not the Light Cemetery. Light Cemetery is is in a different location. This
Ain't
is
that
not
the
the
one, the light cemetery that they're talking about? Is that the one that the goats are buried in? Or is that another one?
I think Donald's mother ain't buried in the Light Cemetery. No. She's buried in
Oh,
a
okay.
different cemetery. They
She's
have
the one, she was buried in the one where Molly Golightly seen that circle, right? That's that circle, and they kept saying that may be summer. That's
right.
the cemetery, right? That's
Yeah.
right down the way from them.
I think that was where Don's mother is buried and Mr. Goad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and probably
That's a
his sister
different one.
now. I think his sister was probably put there as well.
Because she
Exactly.
told them, now one of the sisters, I don't know who what sister it was, but ain't one of didn't one of them tell Molly Golightly and all of them don't mess with the grave in the beginning.
Mm, I don't know, Pam. You know, yeah. There's Morrison Cemetery up there as well. There's Morrison Cemetery. There's a Light Cemetery. Um,
Because
there
they're talking about the cemeteries, and if
they
you go
they
back,
the Smiths have a cemetery up there. There's quite a few cemeteries up there.
if you go way back into one of them, there's a building back there. Don't that ain't that the one of the buildings that you gotta like, I don't know how you get behind it because I'm not in Tennessee, but ain't Summer wrote on one of them buildings ain't her name? I was thinking I seen a video or a picture.
That's not a building. That is a tunnel. It's a big
No, no, no,
tunnel.
not at the tunnel. I'm talking there's a building way back behind the cemetery. There's a
I
building
don't
way
know.
back
I don't know about that. I don't
behind
know
one
about
of the cemeteries. I'll have to find it,
I
but
know
behind,
I know the tunnel. I
yeah,
know
the tunnel.
down the tunnel, yeah, has the kids' names and stuff down there, but
Yeah.
I don't know about no building. I don't know about that. But anyway, um
Go ahead.
I wanted to bring this to everybody's attention because I found that it's just
Sorry.
creepy and it's weird
It's
that
weird.
that he's talking about Morlock and he's talking about Chimney Top, and then here's what you find in the Chimney Top Cemetery, right? Morlock's name.
Wow.
So I think that that's something worth researching for sure.
Mhm.
Um, I ain't had time to overly research it, but I will. Um,
That is suspicious. You did good on finding it because I've never seen it.
um, what are you saying, sassy frets? PG didn't have anything to do with summer vanishing. They did not PG. What? What's that about?
I missed the comment. I'm lost. Scroll up. Ronald Kim said they tried to blame PG. PG had nothing to do. You had nothing to do with that.
Who said I had something to do with it?
She said scroll up. PG, scroll up to key KMS, whoever KMS is. Just ignore it and move on. I mean, you had nothing to do with Summer going missing.
Hell no. I'm going to
In
tell
the
you right
chat with
now.
the
We all know who had something to do with summer coming up missing. It wasn't no PG. It
oh, it
wasn't.
says no in the chat. I missed it. Oh, I guess they're talking. Yes, hey, yes, Kim. Cow subs or something. It must be Daisy subs.
Um, the Wells say Candace just barely accused Smiley of knowing where Summer is, right? They accuse everybody, you know, of knowing where. Anytime the Wells, anytime the Wells are being looked at, anytime they're being asked where their daughter is, that is their out, right? That's their out is to try
Yeah, when
to,
Smiley
to
asked
bring
her,
it back. They do that to everybody. I mean, Don and Candace Wells feels that if they plant the seed, I mean, Candace knows Smiley had nothing to do with what happened to Summer because Candace knows exactly what happened to Summer, right? I mean, she knows nobody had anything to do with her daughter's disappearance but her fucking self, right? That's why
Yeah,
Kim, I'm entitled to it. That's
if
why
you ask,
that's
if
why they
you,
are number one suspects in their daughter's disappearance.
that's
They're
why they
number
can't
damn
clear
one.
it, and they can't clear them.
And no, they cannot be cleared. They cannot be cleared. But that's their little, like, when Mary was getting the best of Donald and and telling how Donald was and everything about Donald. Donald says, "Well, I just think Mary had a crush on me and was and people wanted to run with that, right?
Yeah, they.
They wanted to run with that. And then that's what him and Candace wanted to say about PG, and there's no truth to it, right? No truth to it.
No
And
truth
that,
to that because we
right.
all know.
And anybody, anyone calling them out, getting close, close to the truth, to what happened to Summer. These are the things they want to do and want to say, you know,
You
because
tried to get.
that's what evil people do. That's what
You
evil
tried
people do.
in the first 6 months. You tried to get Dawn to come with the truth, and then when you couldn't, when he
Well,
wouldn't budge at
Pam,
all.
Donald can't come with the truth. Donald can't
Exactly.
come with the truth. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to set that straight tonight, right? I'm going to set all of that straight tonight. I got, there's more to this video here. Like I said, everything points at the Wells.
Oh
Everything.
yeah.
And, I just find it very suspicious that Dom Wells brings up Wayne Morlock
Hmm.
when there's a Morlock grave, and he talks about Chimney Top. He's talked about Chimney Top a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
This is something Don's talked about a lot. But then all of a sudden, he brings not just Chimney Top out, but he also brings out Wayne Morlock as well. And there's a Morlock grave up there on the other side of Chimney Top. So, you know, I'm just thinking you put two and two together, you get four. And why would he
Was,
be in this vicinity? I don't know. I
was
don't know.
Morlock
But they must have been right before they headed out to Arkansas. So it is what it is.
was Morlock locked up at the time Summer went missing?
Um, no, I don't think he was. I
Oh,
think
okay.
I think he was out. Um,
I just asked. I'm not saying he had anything to do with it.
Morlock. I'm going to tell you something about. Let me tell you something about Morlock and Andes and there's even the lights. There's a lot of bad in some of these people.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of bad in some of these people.
we've seen that from day one.
But these people, you know, they're your run of the mill, you know, they're the ones at the bars, having fights and stuff, arguments. I mean, these ain't guys running off with kids. That's fucking insane. That's insane.
These are like drunks that's ready to fight somebody.
Each other. Each other.
Exactly.
But anyway,
Put a
yeah,
gun in their hand and they'll take care of it.
right.
Not a kid.
Anyway, here we have these two, right? Here we have these two.
Oh God.
They're not cooperating with law enforcement, right? They're not, and they haven't cooperated with law enforcement from day one. They
No.
haven't. They have not cooperated with law enforcement from day one. They
Nope.
got their daughter dancing around a for sale barrel, right? They
Yeah, and
got
do
their
you know
daughter.
in that video, PG, she's being guided. If you notice, somebody's telling
Yeah,
her to
I,
go
I
back.
called that out, Pam. Absolutely. I called that out. I watched it, and yes, I was the one calling that out. The
I'm
way
sorry. I just
she was directed to do what was being done in that particular video. Yes. Um,
somebody in chat may not have known that, but
right. Well,
if they're
yeah,
new in here.
that's a good point of view. But anyway, they got her daughter, their child, doing a runway, right? Doing a runway in front of this for sale barrel. That is true. Let's move on. Donald says, I'm crying in this video. I'm crying in this video because I know my daughter's going to be gone. What he's saying is, I know I betrayed her. Something's coming down. You know, I, I feel sad that, sad is happening, but we're going to still go through with it, right? He knows he betrayed her. She don't know it, but he does.
Is that the one where he
Then
says,
he starts driving. Just let me get through this video, Pam.
okay, sorry.
Then he starts driving this particular vehicle, right? He starts driving the Subaru because why? It has Starlink and it can be
Hmm.
tracked. Let's go on. He says the very as soon as Summer comes up missing, they're not looking all over the place to see if she ran off, she wandered off, if she is somewhere. Right away, right away, you know, Grandis and Candace and Donald, all of them. So you let her get kidnapped, right? All of a sudden, it's not, you know, the normal. It's not the normal. They're telling law enforcement, right? Grandis says we watched the boys and hope they didn't get taken too. Um, you don't know if she got taken yet. You haven't even fucking looked for her. You can't say that she's taken before you look for her unless you know that that she was gone like that. You can't say that. You can't say we didn't see anything, but this is the way it is. No, because she could be anywhere. She could be behind that trailer. She could be somewhere back in that crawl hole with the puppies. She could have been anywhere, but they're not looking for her, right?
Have you? Oh, okay. Now I'm going to go back to this. This is in here. Is it when he says, or he starts off saying abduction, 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 and then Candace goes into saying taken, got gone.
This is when on June the 15th of 2021, when people were up there, they are telling the search team that you don't need to search, right? That she's abducted. I mean, they had abduction. Don and Candace and Grandis wanted the abduction charge before they even knowed if she was, they're not supposed to know anything, right? These are parents to say, oh my God, the child's disappeared. We don't know what happened. Now, if you don't know what happened, then you can't rule anything out. The first thing, if you don't know what happened, the first thing you do is start looking and hunting because you assume the child is around, right? You assume that it's somewhere. You don't you don't 5 minutes into it say, oh my God, this is it. No, you can't do that. You're going to look and look and look and keep looking, because what you're going to be in your mind is, I'm going to find this kid. It's got to be somewhere around here. You do not think about someone taking it. That's the last thing that's on your mind. If a child is lost in the house, or if the
Exactly.
child is lost, and in an area where no one's around to take it. You don't do that. On Ben Hill Road, you just don't think someone took it. This is not a place where you think someone took anything. It's bullshit. But
No,
but
because everybody's looking.
but they're trying to say that that someone right away, Don and Candace and Grandis already made up their mind that, hey, this kid's took, right? This kid has been taken. But not just by anyone. Not by anyone, people. She wasn't taken by anyone. And as you can see, Candace standing at the trailer door, you can see all down through here, the back door. You got a full view down here. Let us not remember Grandma was sitting right there in that doorway. Nobody
On
came
the
up here.
trailer steps.
Nobody came up here and done a damn thing, folks. Nothing.
Nothing.
But Don, Candace, and Grandis, and this is how you know all three of them are involved. All three of them know exactly what happened, because all three of them's telling the same fucking line of bullshit. All three, even Grandma. So, you
They
know,
gotta
but
they gotta stay with that script that
but
Candace
but not
said.
just anyone took Summer. This ain't just anyone came up here and done this. Let's move on. It was Don's co-worker. It wasn't just
Okay.
anyone. It was Dudley, who Don made a personal enemy out of by not paying him, so he could personally accuse this man of doing exactly what, you know, doing exactly um, what him, Grandis, and Candace had plotted together and had done themselves.
Hmm.
They wanted to blame it. They already had themselves. They already had themselves the perpetrator picked out. They handpicked someone. So you tell me, folks, what's going on here. This is handpicked. They
In the
also
beginning,
this is also the picture, Pam. I just want to get through this video, hon. I'm sorry.
okay.
This right here is a picture that they give to find Summer, right? This is the picture, little blonde headed, blue eyed child, long blonde hair. Look, look up on the billboard, right? Amber alert. But this is the child that's being looked for.
There you
This
go.
this is what everyone's looking for. So the Wells also gave the wrong picture, right? Why? Why? Why didn't they give this to the law enforcement? Because this is what people's looking for, right? This is what everybody's looking for. And then they sit on the news and they say, well, they cut her here because all the boys had theirs cut. And she wanted her. No, look at the boys. Take a look there, folks. Take a look. They purposely cut this little girl's hair off. And then they lied and gave the wrong pictures, right? For law enforcement to find her.
Yeah, and if we look at the first interview, that Josie's hair was not cut or shaved.
This is what we're looking for. Now, searchers come up there. Searchers come up there, right? Look at the searchers. Here's the search dogs, right? They bring search dogs up there. Well, we've got search dogs. come up there to find his little girl. Candace has her jacket, her bathing suit, her you know sundress that she was wearing that day, but she gives him none of that. She gives him an old dirty ass sock, right? An old dirty ass sock is what she gave him. A dirty sock. Could have belonged to anybody, but don't give him the jacket, right? No, she takes all of in this box right here. All the things Summer was wearing that day. Candace is hiding them, right? She's hiding them. She's also hiding the stuff. She puts it in this box right here, right? She puts it all in this box that somebody gave her. Gets it out, hides it all, and then hides it in this vehicle. And puts a bunch of Don's tools and all kinds of stuff in front of it so it won't be found. Right? And then she says law enforcement didn't want it. Well, I think law enforcement did, but that bitch was hiding it. So what does it all lead up to? What does it all lead up to? What does it lead back to? Right there, folks. Right there. Take a look. For sale. Take a look. If you can't see what happened on 110 Ben Hill Road, you're blind. You're blind. Right? You got to be blind. That was a pre-planned, premeditated act that Don, Candace, and Grandis, all three had their hand in. And all three know that they're number one suspects. And all three know at some point their asses are probably going to be prosecuted the hell out of. Absolutely. It just is what it is. Right?
Yep.
I rest my case.
I agree with you. And they seem to blame everybody, but there's three people that don't get blamed. Don, Candace, and Grandis.
There you go, Don, Candace Wells. Take a damn good look at that picture. Not one scar on my heart came from the enemy. They all came from people who said they loved me. That holds true to Summer's case. That holds true to this little girl. We just saw the dad holding her knowing that he fucking betrayed her. Right? I loved you, Summer. Yeah, sure you did. Sure you did. Sure you did, buddy.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Thank you for all your grace, forgiveness, and support over the past 2 years. PG is not for sale. Oh, God, absolutely not, hon. Absolutely not. They ain't nobody here for sale. Absolutely not.
Nope.
This is Summer's Army here. God bless us all. God bless us. Hey, I appreciate the support for Summer's channel. Absolutely. God bless. I appreciate that.
And if he loved her as much as he said, oh, she twirled my arm till it fell off.
Yeah,
No.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a meme, and I'm sure it's one we're gonna see real soon. Ronnie Lawson said that he would be coming out, but right now I think he's waiting for. I think he is going to come out, but I think right now he's waiting for some things to get some air to be cleared before coming out. There's some court dates coming up, and he'll probably be out after that. So this is probably a real action of what we're going to see Candace doing. Come back, Candace. Come back. He wants to talk. Hey, Candace, where's Summer? She
Don't.
gone. She gone. Right? She gone. That's what she does with everything. That's what she
She
does with
does.
everything. The only way Candace hangs out is if you're not asking her any questions, right? The only
Exactly.
way she hangs out is if you ain't asking her any questions. Don't ask her no questions,
Or
right?
if you're giving her money, she'll hang out.
Right.
You'll buy her a phone, pay her phone bill. She'll hang out with you.
This is a real life picture of Candace. Pothead. All right.
There you go.
Here, I'm going to let you see the rest of the dream team. There's the pothead, right? Come on, dream team. Yeah, right there, right there. That's a winner. Right? That's a winner. Wait till you see the next one. That's how they check the weather. They stick out their tongue. Right? They stick out their tongue. See if lightning strikes it. It's attracted to water.
You're
Right?
picking the whole team.
Yeah. There you
I like
go.
that one where Don's with the black and white jumpsuit, and he's got a bottle in front of him.
Right.
Yeah, he's gonna need that R&R, and so is Candace.
Exactly. Exactly.
Remember in the beginning where they said that the law enforcement brought her alcohol up to the hill?
Oh my God. This, yeah. I mean, unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
If that law enforcement does that, then I want to know what kind of law enforcement they are.
Yeah, so do I. So do I. I need. I'd like to know the name of just the one that brought it up there. I'm gonna give him a call. Hey, what can you bring me? All right. I need to make some brownies, dude. I need all the ingredients. Right?
There you go. If everybody looks back and, just pick out the stupid stuff, like go back to the beginning, like it never left the hill. Them dogs didn't go to Hawaii, didn't go to wherever they had to go. It contaminated everything. They didn't even put up the dogs. They didn't, you know, nothing was prepared for a search because they knew that's what they wanted it to be because they already knew. And you don't look for something if you know where it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They absolutely and positively knew where Summer was. They absolutely positively knew where Summer was in order to be able to tell the searchers and law enforcement and everyone, right, that she's not there. She's not
What
there. I
what
don't know
kind of
why they're
parent?
searching. She's not there.
What
I
kind of
mean,
parent when Don gets the call that his daughter's missing, okay, and he loves his daughter, he twirled her arm and all that. Um, he loved his daughter so much. Why did you not go up the drive and ask everybody what's going on? No, you go around to his shed.
well, I'm going to tell you something. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Let's go all the way back 2 years ago, right?
That
Let's
was
go
two
all
years
the
ago.
way back, clean back to the beginning of this. Well, also you're in the resurrection.
Yep.
Uh, well, what do you want
You
done
won't
with
find no
what do you
evidence.
want done with the people that did this? Oh well,
I don't know. I'll leave that in
if I
God's
if I
hands.
if I if I said what I would like done to the people that did this, then I would be incriminating myself and Candace. And when I got home, Candace would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know, damn it! If we got caught, then they're going to do to us what you said they would. You want done, right? Because
Yeah.
she ain't got no more brains than to know that he need to say something just to just to get people thinking he wants something done. But he
Mhm.
wasn't that smart, and because he wasn't he wasn't that smart because he wasn't only thinking of himself, but he was also thinking of her, and he's also thinking of having to go home and face her. So, that's why he wasn't, you know, saying
Worried.
saying anything because he didn't want that to come back on him, you know, when they're prosecuted in a court of law. Because that would come up, it would come up.
And then while they were doing an interview,
And like
Don
you said,
mentioned
yes, yes.
Don mentions the
So
word dead,
he
and
also
Candace.
said, and you ain't allowed to say that word, Pam. You only can say
Oh,
on the
sorry,
line.
the D word.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But, the point being is, yeah, he also said, to the newsman, it wasn't like he's saying, as in hang my head, oh my goodness, you know, tears flowing down. I don't think we'll ever find her. It was head up, shoulders back, look, she isn't going to be found. As if I did a good job of hiding her, is what he's saying, right? Don
Mhm.
Wells was saying, was proud of himself when he was talking to the newsman. His shoulders was back, and he was very proud of wherever she is. He had a great assurance she will not be found.
Are you talking that Brian Eaton?
Yeah, when he came up there and Candace wouldn't let him up at the door, she hid like the fucking rat she was. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said, "I don't know what all they did."
And then let's also, you know and it's not something I really want to play out on this channel. Um, but I'm sure we've all heard it, and we've heard it many times. Don Wells, many times, what has he said? What has he said has happened to, and Pam, do not say anything because
I'm
there's
not.
certain things you can't say.
I'm not.
But how many times has Don Wells said, you know, summer, summer is with the people, whoever the people are, they're doing this tour, beat beat, and they're doing this beat tour, and you know, and he says some awful, vulgar things about what these people are doing to his daughter.
She's
But
tied up in a basement. She's in a dungeon somewhere.
the thing is, he says it with a calm, almost excited that that it's being done. It's kind of sick, right? It's kind of sick. He's not he's not saying, what I'm saying is he's not got the right tone. It's not really what people say, it's how they say it, right? It's how they say
Hmm.
it. And what Don Wells is saying isn't with the aggression that a father of a missing child should have. It's not. What I'm saying is, well, here's what I'm saying. When people don't want to support Don and Candace Wells, like when he was over in Arkansas, right? When they
Hmm.
wasn't wanting to support him and her and keep them up in that damn hotel and kiss their asses, you know, he, and people are like, you're guilty mother freakers, and law enforcement, your number one suspects in law enforcement's eyes, which they know they are, and so forth and so on. He comes out and he has a fit, right? He has a fit. I played it out. He has a fit.
Hmm.
What does he do? He says, I'm tired. You guys heard him all over there on Jinkies, right? You heard him on Jinkies. I'm tired of effing law enforcement, and I'm tired of the court, and I'm tired. And if any of these mother blank, blank, blanks, here I am. You heard it, right? You heard it. You ain't ever heard Don Wells get upset like that over his daughter at all. You haven't heard him get upset like that over his daughter whatsoever. You know what? He got more upset with Child Protective Services and the boys than he's ever got upset over someone taking Summer. Let me tell you something. Big red flag, folks. Big red flag. Biggest red flag there was in this whole case is when Don Wells was not getting upset about someone taking his freaking daughter. Right?
Yep.
He knows what he knows. He knows what they done. Right? He knows what they done. I just played it out to you step by step. He knows. He absolutely knows. And he knows who the guilty bastards are.
Them.
And what him and Candace and Grandis ployed and plotted and did, they're okay with it. They're A-okay with it. Right? They want to forget that Summer ever existed. That's how okay they are with it. They don't want you talking about Summer. They don't want you looking for Summer. They don't want you finding Summer. They don't want you supporting Summer. They want Summer to vanish and them get all the attention, them get the support, them get everything. It's not about her, they say. It's not about her. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Don and Candace Wells. It ain't fucking about you, and that's for damn sure. It is not fucking about you. The only part of this is about you is law enforcement doing their job and figuring out exactly how they need to put all this together in order to prosecute your fucking asses.
And they got to dot their T's and cross. They got to cross their T's and dot their I's.
That's the only parts about you fuckers. And let me tell you another thing. It's all about Summer. It is all about Summer. And anyone that is supporting you dirty ass, low life pieces of shit instead of your daughter, they ain't supporting nothing but pure evilness. They're supporting pure evilness if they're supporting you.
Giving them money. They need to stop.
In my opinion, supporting the Wells is like slapping Summer in the face.
Exactly.
And you want to know why? You want to know why? Because Don and Candace are not supporting Summer at all. On the contrary, they are doing everything they can to get people not to support their daughter, just like they are.
Yep, it's about Summer Moon, Utah Wells.
So, it is what it is. And like I said, you come to this channel, you're going to hear the truth. You're going to hear nothing but the truth and the way it is, right? You come here, it's not going to be, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. That's what I'm saying. I'm plain spoken. I tell it the way it is. And if people don't like it, then I can't help that. I can't help that. I'm not going, I don't make shit up. I don't make stuff up. I call facts. And the facts are fact. The Wells were telling law enforcement where their daughter was from day one. And therefore they obviously knew where she was if they can tell law enforcement where she wasn't.
Exactly.
A fact. Number two, there was 2 adults, one that was continually outside Grandis. 2 adults up there, along with 3 boys, and 3 pretty damn big boys on that hill. Nobody puts a child in a house for 2 minutes and it disappears. That shit don't happen. That's fact. That's fact. Right? Also, if you're looking for a child and you cut all of his hair off, you don't give law enforcement a picture with the child having hair. You give them a picture of the child the way it looks, which Candace didn't.
Yeah, because there's
Also, if they're bringing dogs up there to search, you know better than to let them get with the other dogs. But Candace let that happen, and her and Donald did laugh about messing up the search dogs. They thought that was damn funny, right?
didn't they have to bring 3 sets?
They had to bring two. They had to take the first set back and bring in another set,
Okay.
which delayed the search, which didn't
Hmm.
matter anyway. Which didn't matter anyway, because like Don and Candace said, she wasn't out there to be found anyhow. Because they already fucking knew what they done with her, right?
Hmm.
Nobody knew better than them, and law enforcement knew that. Law enforcement knew that. So
And
you
Candace
got
only did,
these are all facts. The fact
and in
is,
the beginning, Candace only did like 4 interviews. And then she stopped talking until she got here lately. But it's not about her. It's not about her daughter. It's about her.
Candace didn't do 4 interviews. Candace did one fucking interview with the news people, lied about why Summer's hair was cut off, and then wasn't seen again. She was behind the scenes playing with all her um, fucking cronies that, wanted to support pure
Oh,
evilness.
maybe it's Grandis that did 4 interviews. Could somebody stop talking?
Grandis didn't either. Grandis um only talked to one YouTuber that brought her bullshit out, and then she did one news interview not too long ago, and that was it. And Summer too, she said.
Is that
Remember?
the one that was down by the tree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly. So
And that's
yeah.
when she said, I think warriors.
And Donald did the one where he's holding on to his son, trying to look like the father of the fucking year, right?
That boy
And
looked
then
like a
and then he
kid
done the
rat.
one sitting down with Candace, right? The one she did 14 days after her daughter came up missing. I mean, Candace didn't even go to the police station the next day. They had to come up there and haul her ass to the police station in the back of a cruiser, right?
Yeah, then she
And
walked
then
out.
when
She
she
said,
got there, she was all, "Oh, you're in tear, I can't do it. You're in there," ripping the stuff off of her fingers and everything, right? Like a
yeah,
blibbering freaking idiot, like
yeah.
she was a freaking wreck of a human being, putting on her big act, pulling the damn things off her fingers and shit, dragging on the wires, and they had to unhook her before she fucked up the whole machine because she was acting erratic and out of
And then
control.
at Dr. Phil, she brings
And
up
then
the cornbread mafia.
Donald sat there and act like he's falling asleep when both of them bitches went in the house and slept that night, right? Both of them went
Mhm.
in the house and slept that night.
And then Candace brings up cornbread mafia.
Hey, they cornbread my ass. I was on the phone with them and they were laughing their asses off about the cornbread mafia. Matter of fact, they said they was going to put some cornbread in the oven and everything else. They thought that was funny as hell. What they did on Dr. Phil's show, absolutely. And yes, they was laughing with me on over the telephone, rolling their asses off about it.
Did
Absolutely.
you notice, PG, every time Don would talk, okay, it's either the right or the left. Every time he would talk, his arm had to be around somebody or up on the chair, like a control thing. Like when he controlled Josie, when he,
No, Don Wells has very much throughout his life learned. He has very much learned how in public, how in the eyes of the people to conduct himself in a manner that will draw, these
Yeah, but
people
I'm just
these
saying
people
his arm
end up
was around.
believing a lie and being damned. That's what
Yeah,
Don Wells
his
is good
arm
at.
was around everybody.
Well, of course. I mean, you know, what I'm saying is, how do you, how do you ever see abusers? Abusers are always, introducing their wife like they're the best. Go to a birthday party and see an abuser with their wife. They bring her up, they stand there and with their arm on her and talk with you, and like they're just in love with her, and she's the light of their life. And as soon as they get home behind closed doors, what goes down? We all know, right?
Well, got a
and
black
and
eye.
that's the way abusers are. Abusers learn, because they know when they're in a courtroom, they know that when they're in a courtroom, they want these people, these outside people, to say, well, I didn't ever see that. I always seen the best. They look like a happy couple. They look like this and that. If that's hard to believe.
Oh
Really?
no.
I can't believe it. Because they want to make a liar out of these people. They want to make a liar out of their children that they're abusing. They want to make a liar out of the wife that they're abusing. They want to make a liar out of these people. So they direct themselves a certain way in public. Absolutely. I mean, that's how they are. And Don Wells is damn good at it. I got to
Oh
say,
yeah.
he's damn good at it.
Yep.
But he is an evil bastard when those doors go closed, or he thinks no one's looking.
He gonna be sitting on that John waiting while everybody else is watching still.
Absolutely. Absolutely, girl.
And when they put the handcuffs on both of them, then they're both gonna get scared right there.
Right. Right. It's just the way evil people conduct themselves, right? It's the way evil people conduct themselves. It's like Candace. She wants you to believe that she's mother of the year, that she really cared about her children and everything. And we look behind the scenes and find out, oh, on the contrary, she was not, right?
Mm.
Absolutely not. She was not. She didn't even fucking come close to being mother of the year,
She
right?
falls asleep in church.
I mean, Mommy Dearest didn't have shit on Candace, right? In her abuse. I mean, there was no abuse going on in that movie compared to 110 Ben Hill Road, right?
Well, you get black eyes and eardrums busted. Who knows what else?
It just is what it is.
Doors busted. Don't break my door.
And you know what? Let's pray that that is the next video that comes out. Them getting handcuffed. Absolutely, Molly.
Yeah, I pray.
Absolutely. Let us pray that that is the next video we see. Maybe when Ronnie comes out, it's going to be with the handcuffs. Maybe,
We can.
maybe our prayers will be answered.
No, the first prayer that we all need is Summer to be brought forward. I mean, I know that ain't gonna be the first thing, but put these guys behind bars, and somebody's got to do something. I mean, bring her forward. It's been over 2 years.
Um, I think that the arrests are going to be made before. I think the arrests are going to be made before Summer's found. I think they're going to prosecute without Summer. I think they have enough proof. I think they have enough proof to prosecute without having Summer. I think just from what the boys have said, what they had found on Hunter's phone, and text messages and so forth and so on. Um, I think that, the fact that, Don Wells' own mouth, his own mouth about, you know, crying in the picture, which shows which shows that he had planned on, you know, he had planned on doing a dirty deed and he knew it. And
Premeditated.
and starting to drive the Subaru. I mean, with cutting the little girl's hair, having her dance in front of the for sale. I think they've got more than enough to prosecute him already. To be perfectly honest with you,
And if everybody goes
and I
back to
think it will hold.
the video of when the cops are up there, look at Grandis bending over, looking in a tote, and she doesn't have a knee brace on. Like you said,
No,
Don's never seen a knee brace.
no. Grandis. I don't know why Grandis went to the. I think Grandis went to the hospital because she's hooked on pain medication. I personally believe that because she was running over into Wisconsin. Um, she was running over
Hmm.
into Wisconsin to a doctor's and stuff over there, and I think what happened is she either sheared it or ran out of it and hadn't um, didn't have the gas money, didn't have the means to afford to get over into Wisconsin or to her other doctors, or maybe you know they had to see her before prescribing her another series of it, and she thought she'd give Tennessee a try. And from what my understandings, when they got to the pharmacy, she really thought that Tennessee, gave it to her, but they didn't. And then she showed her ass, right? She showed her ass, and so it was what it was.
Like when Candace was on on Daisy's and she was saying, "Oh, but if I go out in the woods and I would run, I would find her, I would have to scoop her up and I would mess up a crime scene." Okay, nobody's ever
And
mentioned the word crime scene except
absolutely,
Candace.
absolutely. And I'm going to tell you something. You're absolutely 150% right, because I'm going to tell you what, at that particular time when that particular conversation came about, the topic and the focus was on, Summer wandering off. It was, why was they not having to hold you back from going out into those woods to find your child? Why were you not diligently, you know, fighting to get out there and scream and look for her and listen to see if she would answer, because you're supposed to be a parent that does not know what the hell happened. You have no idea what happened. This could be a scenario that did happen. Why are you not, like any other mother out there you know doing what a normal mother would do if she did not have any idea of what happened to the child? What I'm saying is, the normal mom that does not know, really does not know what happened, is screaming, hollering. I mean, they're running in every direction. If they think your child's in the woods, you're heading into those woods. Okay, Candace, why are they not having to hold you out of here? Well, she says, if I went out there and I seen my child, I'd have to scoop it up and then I would mess up a crime scene. No, it wouldn't be a crime scene, Candace. That would be your child wandering off on his own reconnaissance because it's 5 years old and something bad happening. I could see you, I could see you scooping it up, and I could see you having a total fucking breakdown, and I could see them probably having to haul you out of there, um, with your child, absolutely. But I where the crime scene came from, I don't know because this was not that scenario.
They was
But
not
you made
looking
it,
for
but you made it that scenario. Why?
exactly.
You made it that scenario. Why? Because whatever the hell happened to your daughter, it was a criminal act done by who? You,
Them.
Candace, you, Grandis, and Donald. Absolutely. I mean, how are you going to say it's a crime scene?
Crime scene has never once came out of any of the law enforcement's mouth. I'm sorry if I'm getting loud. Any of the law enforcement's mouth. Crime scene has never been brought up in this case until she
Exactly.
brought it up.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. No, no. I'm sorry, Candace. And that's just their own mouths. That's their own mouths tripping their own selves up.
If everybody took three or four things that came out of their mouth every time they talked and put it all together and try to work it around, we well, if dogs could talk, we'd know where Summer is. But that's dogs can't talk. But I mean, they say enough to incriminate herself. She goes on Daisy's with a pair of sunglasses on, and oh, I want to get some sympathy, so I got to take them off so everybody can see my black eye. Please.
I'm going to tell you, she told me that she went all the way to her church. And I'm talking about the seventh day where Robin and them are.
That's 45 minutes away.
No, she told me that she went all the way to the church. And I said, why? I mean, why would you go all the way there? You would have, I mean, a little child of 5 years old walking on a road, um, walking on a road, you would have passed her long before she ever got to the church. Why would you go all the way to the church? Right? I asked.
Exactly.
She said, I don't know. I don't know. And I said, well, who was there? And she said, nobody, sissy, nobody. And I'm like, oh wow. You know, and they was supposed to have something, um, from my understandings at that church, either earlier that day or that night. And nobody was there. And at that time there probably wouldn't have been nobody there. So,
Okay, but she had enough time to call all these people, call Allie, call
well, also
somebody.
if you remember, Candace said that her phone was on the back of Donald's white truck. Her
Exactly. She
phone was
threw it
on
on
the
the
back
truck.
of Donald's white truck. And
And she
and
went in and got Grandis's phone.
well, no. She put her phone in the back of Donald's white truck so it would ping on 110 Ben Hill Road. Um but if Donald called or someone called, the boys wouldn't hear it. The boys were in the house. She
Hmm.
put that phone out in that truck so that it didn't get heard while she left that property. Now, law enforcement knows she left that property twice. I
Yeah.
think what she did is and Donald said that Summer was dressed. He said Summer was dressed in the back of the Suburban. Remember on my panel, he said that
In
she
the
was
same
dressed.
outfit that was in that truck. She
She,
said the same outfit. Okay, how is it that the same outfit that she was going to wear to the first day of school and it ended up in a box? But now we don't know where the pants are.
well, here's the thing. The thing is he said that she was dressed in the back of that truck. And I believe that. I totally believe that. I think Candace came out of there with that Suburban and left that hill. I don't know where she went, but wherever it was, I believe Summer was with her. And she returned back upon that hill somewhere around 5:30, and then executed her plan with, going in the house. Where is your sister? Running down the basement, doing her act down there, coming back up, seeing how much the boys did know and everything, and then playing her game. And the reason that, her phone was in the back of Donald's truck is because that's where she left it. While she left the property. So it would be up there instead of where she was going.
Yeah. And when they said they got their phones back, but they deleted 330 on, they don't delete it. They just download it and they do not delete nothing.
Right. Right.
Law enforcement don't delete phones. They would rather keep them. They
Mm-hmm.
still have hunters.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
they're trying to play games with the people. They're trying to pull our strings.
Well,
Well, we're
you know
looking
what?
behind them.
Law enforcement might have law enforcement might have um law enforcement may have um deleted their phones. I am not going to say they didn't, because they may have deleted them so that they, so that they didn't couldn't go back. We see law enforcement don't want them being able to check all the time and this and that and one thing and another, right? Because when you ask people questions, if they got their phones to go off of, then you're not going to catch them up. So it's very possible, yes, they did. Yes, they probably did download all the information, then delete them, so that now when we question them, they ain't going to have these phones, to help them out with the answers. Absolutely. That is a smart ass thing to do. That's very wise.
Well, they probably downloaded it on, if they did, they downloaded it on their own little tab that they did.
Law enforcement downloads the information. Um, they download the phones with everything they want, and then yes, they can clear the phone. Absolutely, they can clear it, and that way, the people ain't got, you know, the damn
Yeah,
suspect
but
ain't got a timeline for themselves.
okay,
Absolutely.
didn't they go out and get new phones when they got all that money donated to them or pay cash apps? They went out and bought new phones.
Yeah, they did. Absolutely.
Okay, so they didn't need them phones anyway because they went out and bought new ones. I mean, but where's the pants to the outfit that was in the truck? We see the jacket, we see the hair bows, and look at them rings. Them rings wouldn't even fit on her finger. They'd fall off of Summer.
And you did, Jody Sue Brown. I have it all right here. I am clear as day. So was you. I understand every word you say clearly, Jody Sue. I have no problem understanding you whatsoever. You said it exactly as stated. So, Jody Sue Brown, have you ever benefited, even clothes on your back, food on your table, funded visa the proceeds of crimes against children and not reported it? When did you know? were sold to kids. Jody Sue said she did not know that that was going on until after Summer had came up missing. If I recall right, she said that she did not know until after Summer had come up missing. So, um, or around about the time. Um, I know she said she had not, she had just learned some of these things that were going on over on 110 Ben Hill Road.
But
But
didn't she say that the kids would come over to her house and get something to eat when they were there?
yeah, and she said that, but Candace said that that was not true. That Jody Sue also said she watched the Wells kids for Candace, and Candace also denied that being true. Um,
Yeah, like she wrote that the couch had been gone for 6.5 years. Well, how was that when Don said the couch is still up there?
you know what I wanted to ask Jody Sue? Was her and Andy the ones that gave Don and Candace that sofa? Is that true? Is that true? Oh, Enchanted Life Path. I'm not saying that, that she didn't no longer or something. What I'm saying is I remember her stating on her live that she had just found out. I'm just saying what she said, okay? I'm not saying no, I had my own money anyway. MPG, it is correct. So you did give Don and Candace the blue sofa that was in front of that door. And
Mm,
so the Wells lie. The Wells are nothing but liars, folks. They
exactly.
are absolute fucking liars.
Wow.
They are absolute liars. So, she said yes, it is true. It is true that they did give them the blue sofa that was in front of that door. And Don and Candace don't want to admit that, that Jody Sue and Andy done anything for them. She says I can send PG proof. Hey, I would appreciate that, Jody Sue. I really
That'd
would.
be that'd be because Candace said the couch was gone for 6.5 years. How is that when Summer was only
Oh,
5?
oh hell no. That sofa was there when Jose was there, and Jose was there just 8 months before Summer went missing.
Okay, but she
Jose,
right.
Jose had left in September. He had left when school started in the first part of September of 2020. And then June is when Summer came up missing.
Okay, but she wrote in Daisy's chat that sofa's been gone for 6.5 years. That's a
So,
lie
yeah,
because
eight
Summer
months.
was only 5
Eight
when the
months. Summer came up missing 8 months after Jose had been up there and seen that sofa. 8 months. And Don said, no, that was
the
just an old
sofa's still up
sofa.
there.
He said that's an old sofa. And the kids tore that thing to hell and back and, and
Exactly.
laughed about it. Um, no, and what is up with the sofa? What is up with the sofa? Because obviously they felt like they had to get rid of it because it's gone, right?
Well, Don says it's still up there.
No, he said it ain't. He made it. He laughed. He said it was, and he made a joke out of it. It's not there.
Was it something he burned?
It wasn't there ever really. that I know of. I never went in much to know where it was placed. So she doesn't know. She doesn't know where they had it in the house. She just knows that, her and Andy gave it to him.
Yeah, but there's a picture of her somewhere around there with her on that sofa. Somewhere in front of it.
Um, Chillbilly said that he saw it in the shed. He
There you
said he
go.
saw a blue sofa in the shed lately.
There you go.
Wow. If that blue sofa is still up there, law enforcement needs to look it over.
Because there's a picture of Summer right in front of it. It would have her DNA on it with everybody else's, but yeah.
Jody Sue said
Candace,
she did give it to them.
and that's the thing. Candace said it'd been gone 6.5 years. Dawn saying it's still up there. Now Chillbilly says
Oh,
it's in the shed.
Jody Sue said most times they opened the basement door to come out. No couch blocking the door. Oh, oh. I would suspect that they stayed in the basement a lot during the summer months because the upstairs had to be hot as hell. And the basement's where the AC was. The basement is where the big TV was. I mean, that's where they had everything, was down the basement where Don and Candace stayed.
Yeah,
Upstairs,
remember Dawn said Summer never slept by herself.
right.
She slept with them. And the boys were sleeping on mattresses until the bunk bed was homemade. And there's no steps on that bunk bed. So they have to hop up there.
She
And
said
then
the
bunk
couch
beds.
was blocking the door. She said that couch wasn't blocking no door. Don and Candace fixed that door after Jose left. After Jose left, Donald and Candace had fixed that door to lock and unlock.
Yeah,
Sometime
because
between, sometime between, somewhere between the time Jose left and Summer came up missing, that door had been fixed.
see, there's a video of Candace up there with Chris, and Chris turns around and she said,
Oh,
"It's
she said it did make its way outside at some point. Oh, so it did make its way outside at some point. Hmm.
and there's a video of
Yeah, he asked Jose to describe the basement, and we asked him where the sofa was. He sat in front of the door.
mhm.
Allie too. Yeah, Allie and what Jody Sue said she didn't go in, and she didn't know where the
Oh,
sofa
I
was.
understand Jody Sue. I mean, I wouldn't have went in
You
there
know,
either.
and I don't blame her. I mean, I don't blame her for going in there
I mean,
because,
Vinny said there was roaches big and they'll walk across your lap.
well, not only that, but I heard that you get ate up by fleas. I heard that they also had lice. I also heard they had scabies. A lot of stuff. And I mean, from my understanding, the searchers that went inside was wearing hazmat suits. That's what I heard. I heard the searchers were wearing hazmat suits because it was so bad.
How many people in this chat put a one for yes and two for no? Would you let Don work in your house? And it's hell to the no for me.
The beds were made after DCS case. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
oh,
they were made because they had to move them upstairs because they couldn't
oh,
keep all the boys downstairs because they
wow.
had to separate them because Summer was 5.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Mm-hmm.
kept the one boy down there, the youngest one, and he was over there in that room that they say was Summer's room, which she slept with them. He slept over there, and the other two slept upstairs when they put the bunk beds up there.
I would not let Don Wells work in my home. Absolutely not. No, I wouldn't. I'm going to tell you why. Because he's nothing but a drywall finisher. He doesn't know how to hang it. He don't know how to hang. Somebody else hangs all that drywall. All he does is finish it. So if you were going to get your house done, you'd want someone that knows how to hang and finish. Because a finisher ain't going to do you no good. That's the cake job. It's the people who hang it. Those are the pros.
And my brother can do it all. You're good, PG. I mean, we just gotta hope and pray that all the kids are safe, the boys are safe. Hope that Summer's down and that these people get locked up for what they've done to Summer, even if it's on the outside of what we see or hear. Stealing underwear is really worth it. I mean, doing all that. I mean, he was a criminal all his life, but they couldn't keep their kids safe. They
Donald would
couldn't
come.
feed their
Donald
kids.
would come in to finish your drywall and steal all of your Victoria's Secret panties. Right? he he walk out. He walk out with more money than he.
Didn't
He
IPG
would walk
ask?
out with more money than he made just in your bloomers. Right?
Didn't I make a deal one time with Candace? If she'd come up on panel, I'd buy her a new hoodie.
Yeah.
And right after I dropped down, she popped up. Well, you ain't getting a hoodie then.
I believe that Jody Sue gave him that sofa as well.
I do. I believe
Yes,
it.
I do. I do. And, I do
What
believe
does
she did.
Jody Sue have to lie about? A sofa. Because they didn't buy much. Remember, the refrigerator went out, and because Candace had one picked out, Don wasn't buying that one when he come back.
Yeah, they know about the caves. And there is some caves out up in the back of Don's house. And yes, those caves are very much well known. The people that live around there, like Jody Sue, for instance, the people that live in that vicinity, trust me, they know where everything's at. People who live, in areas, not I'm not just live. Like if you come from the city into a place like that, you probably ain't going to venture off. But if you growed up there, like you were raised in that area, you're going to know everything. I mean, there is nothing. There's not going to be a cave, a tree, nothing that you don't know, because you're going to explore it
Exactly.
all. At some point, you're going to get with people, and you're going to be all over that place. Absolutely.
Remember when you interviewed Shurfy? And when Shurfy was down there and he was telling Molly Golightly to get off that bullhorn because his uh, girlfriend's mom was sick.
Um,
What?
You know, Jody Sue is not. Jody Sue is not the problem. Jody
No,
Sue is not the problem. Jody Sue, I do not believe Jody Sue had anything to do with Summer coming up missing. I do
no,
not believe that Andy had anything to do with Summer coming up missing. We have been down that avenue. We have
no.
been down the avenue with Jody Sue, her son, her husband, or ex old man. She's with him long enough. He might as well have been her husband. I mean, common law, they would have been married. But what I'm saying is, you know, Judy Sue is not. It's not the the topic or the focus here. Jody Sue is not the topic. She is not the focus here. What is the topic and the focus here is Don, Candace, and Grandis Wells. They are the number one suspects in law enforcement's eyes, not Jody Sue. Jody Sue is not the suspect in law enforcement's eyes, right? And Jody Sue, has put up with a lot of hell, even from me, because I combed over her family. Matter of fact, I was one that was diligently researching that family. And I'm going to tell you right now, that family was put through a lot because of the Wells. They were put through a lot because of Don and Candace Wells, and they did not deserve to be put through all of that. Absolutely not. So, giving Jody Sue more hell now is just, that's just adding,
Let's let's look at the real picture. Who was on the hill at the time that Summer went missing? Two grown adults, at least. Don was.
at Prayer Garden of America, you don't fully get all the factors I have on this. We have the October 2020 events. We have Utah and reason for the Utah trip, sedatives, and boys as insurance policies. Um, Enchanted Life Path. Tell me what all of that has to do with Jody Sue. The Utah trip that Donald took with his son up to Utah had all to do with Allie's family and something to do with Allie's niece and the oldest boy. So tell me what that has to do with Jody Sue. Insurance policies on the boys. The only people that can get insurance policy on your family is family. So that would have had to been Don and Candace Wells if there's policies. So what has that got to do with Jody Sue? Jody Sue she couldn't get policies on the Wells kids. That's bullshit. So what does that have to do with Jody Sue? That's what I want to know. And the
How does she
sedatives and
have?
stuff, Jody Sue didn't even have to come out and tell about that little dirty secret that she had just learned. And but she did. But she did. And and instead of getting a hey, thanks for giving us some information that helps here and makes us more able to understand what's going on over at 110 Ben Hill Road. No, everybody wants to attack. They want to attack. You guys are attacking the wrong people. I'm just telling you, you are hating on the wrong people. I don't understand why you cannot see where the real evil is and focus on it and direct all of this of what you're doing to innocent people onto the real coppers. I don't know. I
Jody Sue
mean,
was not at the swimming.
chasing Jody Sue around a tree, baby, ain't going to get you nothing because they've already been chased. They've
Jody
already
Sue
been
did.
chased. All right.
Jody Sue wasn't
Along,
at Warriors.
they have
She wasn't no.
they have been chased around the tree along with the yellow car, along with Mr. Dobbs, along with Dudley, along with Shurfy's son, the Light brothers, Wayne Morlocks, let's Fred Hill, let's name the whole fucking community. Because Dom and Candace Wells has thrown the whole community under the bus to keep the focus off their own asses. And that's
Mhm.
what you need to be focusing on. This is what you need to be focusing on, right? Because we're way past all the other shit. We already know that all the other shit was just bullshit, right?
How do they have the info and the law enforcement ain't even put it out?
That's what I'm talking about.
Law enforcement ain't told nobody nothing.
Um, it's,
They've told us what they wanted us to know. That's it.
Jody Sue could either be a plus in the chat or she can be a distraction in the chat. It's all what we want to make her in the chat, right? It's all what we want to make her in the chat. And I opt to make her a plus in all of this. Jody Sue has a lot of information that is very helpful in this case. And I don't see her as a distraction. Actually see her as a plus to Summer's case. That's
I
just
see
me.
her answering questions. At least we're getting that. Over there on Ziggy's, Laura's saying that Candace was pregnant. Okay. I mean, we got to figure who was right there with Summer the day, and it was Candace, Dawn, and Grandis. Nobody else was up there that
Um,
day.
Enchanted Life Path. I'm going to tell you something. I don't have to do a fucking thing, hon. I don't have to do a fucking thing, right? I don't need to focus on shit that you tell me to focus on. What you need to do is get the fuck up out of my chat
You
and
did
go
get rid
run
of
your own fucking chat, right? If you want to hash old shit, old bullshit that nobody gives a flying fucking rat's ass about anymore because we're past that, we have evolved way beyond that, then you fucking do that. But you do it somewhere else. Don't come over here and tell me shit. You just got the steel toe boot, motherfucker. Your ass is blocked. You ain't even timed out. You're just blocked. The fucking hell out of here. Don't come over here fucking with me. I ain't one to fuck with. Right?
it.
You
Right.
sorry ass motherfucking piece of shit. Take your fucking ass and go somewhere else. Fucking think somebody's gonna kiss their fucking ass. Get the fucking hell out of here.
That's all the haters.
You
Everybody
need to
wants to
calm
be
that
right,
ass
but
down. You need to
not
calm that ass
everybody can be
down.
right.
I knew that sorry son of a bitch was looking for a fight when they were going at Jody Sue. Right?
Yeah, they need
And,
to
and,
leave her
and
alone.
I was still trying to be a peacemaker. But some people won't let you be a peacemaker, right? They don't let you
Nope.
be a peacemaker. So you know what? That bitch got the steel toe boot in the fucking ass. Now I will shake the dust off my feet and move on. Fuck you. You don't tell me fucking shit, bitch. Fuck you. Go focus on whatever the hell you want. You fucking picker licker. You all for the wells? Kiss my ass. Don't come over here jumping people that are for summer. Right?
Exactly. It's a summer
You
moon
come in
Utah
here,
Wells' army.
you come in here, you better be for summer or get the fuck out. Get the fucking hell out of here. Jody Sue has always been for summer, even through all the fucking hell she went through. She's been for summer. I got to give her
Exactly.
credit there. I got to give her
Exactly.
credit there. So they can kiss the backside of my fucking ass.
Because in the beginning, we had to look at everybody,
Well,
but we could
you
cut
had to go down
people
them,
out.
you had to go down all them dark avenues, right? You had
Yeah.
to go down all them fucking dark avenues only to find out that it's a dead end and the wells lied.
Exactly.
And then where did that avenue lead you? Right back to 110 Ben Hill Road, where, hey, I got to say, law enforcement smarter than any of us because they didn't ever leave 110 Ben Hill Road, right?
Nope.
They didn't leave it. When they went up there, they knew not to leave it. They knew who the fucking coppers in all of this is, and it wasn't the community. It was right there. Grandis, Candace, and Don Wells. Trust and believe me.
Mhm.
They're number one fucking suspects, folks. And that's what we need to focus on. That's where we need to put the pressure. Nowhere else.
Where's Grandis now? Out hiding somewhere?
Oh, that fucking old ostrich got her head stuck in the sand, right? She's hiding that big ass head of hers.
And Don and Candace can't even get their story straight. Even
Exactly.
when they make pranks, they can't even get it straight. Oh, they
I don't
come to
think
get
it's wrong people,
Don.
man.
They're
I don't
taking him to
understand
Boston.
people get a hair up their fucking ass and then, that
That
motherfucking bitch better go pull that
PG.
hair out her fucking ass.
Throw that over your shoulders because all they want to do is be right.
Well, I hate to tell her, but she wrong,
And if
right?
everybody was right in this case, we'd already have Summer pulled out now.
Oh, man.
Blow it off, PG.
Hey, girl, I'm gonna tell you what. One thing I do not like is fucking ignorance. I do not like it. I do
Well,
not
there's a
like
lot of it
people.
in this case, PG.
I do not like people that ain't playing with a full fucking deck, trying to tell me shit. Right? I knew that sorry son of a bitch was way off in left field. Still out there in left field, hasn't even fucking come back to home base yet. Oh, I still want to focus on shit that done been researched and cleared. I want to just, I got a hair up my fucking ass with Jody Sue, and I just want to come over here and cause some problems, right?
Leave Jody Sue alone, man. She's had enough hassle.
Absolutely, we all have. We all have. Everybody that loves Summer, cares about Summer, and has been fighting to get the answers to bring Summer home and get justice for Summer. We have all been through enough. I'm going to tell you that now. Every
We
damn
fight,
one of
fight,
us.
fight, fight, fight.
And I'm
And
sick.
still,
I'm sick of these turd pop suckers of the Wells sitting around you know, trying to put their bullshit beliefs off on me. Don't come and ask me to believe a lie and be damned. Because I will not believe a lie and be damned. Because I got enough brains to know the fucking truth, right? I
yep.
got enough brains to see the fucking truth. I got enough brains to face the fucking truth. And if they don't have it, that's on them, right? That's on their fucking lousy asses, not PG's. Like I said before, man, anybody that has been for Summer and always been for Summer, I got your back. And that's the way it's supposed to be out here. It's supposed to be this way.
Exactly. Summer Moon, Utah Wells.
Absolutely, Jody Sue. Absolutely. They are the only ones I've heard Ellie call guilty. That doesn't mean they are, or it hasn't changed, but they are still the only ones I have ever heard called guilty. There you go. There you go. And I'm going to tell you, they're the number fucking one suspect in this whole damn thing. And you are absolutely right, Jody Sue. Law enforcement is looking exactly at them bastards, and they're the only ones that have been searched and questioned, searched and questioned, searched and questioned, and are still being searched and questioned. No one else.
Hey, if Chillbilly's in here, I'd like to ask him one question. When's the last time he seen that sofa up there on Ben Hill Road?
Chillbilly,
Uh,
I have not seen Chillbilly in here. Someone said Chillbilly said that he saw it in a shed.
oh,
So I don't know. Now, I seen Cam go inside of those sheds and I did not see no sofas.
well, he
Cam
mowed
took
the yard.
camera.
He mowed the yard up there.
Cam went in, Cam went inside of those sheds. The one at the bottom of the hill, the one up at the top, um, that had the cellar in it that they had to break the lock off of, to check the cellar underneath it. Cam put his camera in there, and I did not see any fucking sofas, wall to wall in them at that time. So if Chillbilly did see it, and I'm not saying he did, I'm saying if he did, um, then it had to been recently put there. Where
Well,
it
they was
was
in.
where it was
They was in
beforehand, I
Arkansas
don't know.
because I guess he was taking care of the property.
And Don jumped on Morlock after he had done, after he had done went over it. I'm gonna tell you, I think there's something to that. I think there's something to that chimney top and that tombstone, Morlock tombstone. I really think there is. That's weird. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And why won't they bring equal search back?
I don't know. Oh, Chillbilly is in there. Oh, he said the sofa's not blue. He said the sofa that he seen was not blue. So I
Okay,
don't
then
know.
that. Well, the one that was showed on Smiley's was blue, and Summer's sitting right in front of it.
None of us had warrants or door kicked in, even after polygraphs. They did though. Yeah, because they didn't pass them damn polygraphs, and Candace's still came out with deception. And even after, and not only that, but when they do polygraphs, they also do fingerprinting and they do, DNA and so forth and so on as well. And I'm going to tell you, um, they know that Grandis, Candace, and Donald probably all had the same type of drug in them that actually slows down the heart rate. And that's why they didn't pass the polygraphs. Even if they did, they didn't because they all had the same drug in them to slow down the heart rate. Right? Like they think law enforcement's stupid. And that's another thing that will be in evidence when they go to trial. Absolutely. That will be in evidence. Trust and believe me.
Oh yeah.
Law enforcement is not stupid at all. Period. Absolutely not at all. And also the fact that, there was no fresh fingerprints on the inside or outside of the basement door of Summers. That's also going to be in evidence. There was no fresh fingerprints. The only fingerprints that were on there belonged to the members of that family. Belonged to the members of the family, but no fresh ones of Summers. No.
Okay, let me ask
Matter of
somebody.
fact, matter of fact, matter of fact, there wasn't even any fresh ones of Candace's. There you
Okay,
go.
I know.
So how did Candace open and shut the door looking for Summer? Just saying. Just saying.
Okay, but let's look at it another. Let's. Okay, you're looking at a 5-year-old girl. Okay, a 5-year-old. I'm sure people's got a 5-year-old. What if 5-year-old is going to go, which she already asked her brothers, but they didn't want to go? What 5-year-old is going to go in that hole that her and Chris went in to go down to the and a dark basement
Right.
by herself? Ain't no way.
I'm going to tell you, Summer was afraid of that base. She asked, I knew she didn't go down a basement when she asked the brother, supposedly asked the brother to go with her. I knew she didn't go then.
Nope.
Because if a child will ask someone to go with them and they say no, then that kid's not going to go. They ask because they're scared. The person wasn't going with them, so they're not going either. Right? And
Exactly.
Summer went right back out that door. And not only that, but the boys also told law enforcement. They told the other guy that was up there, the flute player. They told the flute player, Jody
Nothing.
Sue, and law enforcement. The Summer went back out the door and was on the swing. Now that's what they told law enforcement. They said their sister, last time they seen her, she was at the swing, not in the house going down no basement. So there you go, folks. There you go. She was outside with Grandis and Candace. And whatever the hell went down, I don't know. But she was definitely outside with them. And they know it. They know it. Now, was Candace having a super bad day? Was Candace having a super bad day and, flew off the
We
handle?
we know her temper can fly up. We
You
seen it
know,
the other day.
did she throw something? Did she throw something and it hit the target she was after, which might have been Summer?
Did she hit her too
Absolutely.
hard?
Yeah, exactly. She hit on hard enough to bust an eardrum. That tells me if she did that to a child, it wouldn't survive it. Um, you know,
Especially one that's 40 pounds.
and it is all adding up. It is all adding up because the screen came about 4:30 and to 4:40 something. Candace hauled ass out of there, left her phone on the back of the white truck. I believe she did drive. I do believe she did drive the the green vehicle, the Suburban, out of there. And I do think the Summer was in it. Now, was she in it because it was pre-planned and premeditated? Very possibility. Yes, very good possibility.
Did
Um,
Jody Sue see when she left out of the drive? Did Jody Sue see it? Did she see her leave the drive, or was she down there yet?
no, Jody Sue saw her heard. She didn't see. Heard one of the vehicles booting its ass back up on 110 Ben Hill Road about 5:30.
Oh, okay.
And she assumed it was either the Suburban or Grandis's vehicle. I think it was the Suburban because Donald said that Summer was changed in the back of the Suburban, is where he said she got changed. So, you know, they changed her for some reason,
Yeah, but it took 2 years for her to come up and say I fed her a hot dog.
right?
How can you believe anything Candace says or Don? They're pathetic liars.
Well, they lied about the sofa coming from Jody Sue. They lied about, everything. I mean, I haven't known anything the Wells have told the truth about so far. Um, but I do think that, over this past time, the 2 years, I think they have pretty much told the story little by little of what happened to Summer. My personal
Even
opinion, my personal opinion is my personal opinion is that Summer was trafficked. That's my personal opinion. That's what I believe, you know. And I do believe law enforcement, that's what law enforcement believes as well. And I say this because on the interview panel, Donald admitted that TBI asked him if he trafficked his own child. So they wouldn't ask you unless they don't ask you anything that they ain't got some reason to believe it was done. And also the feds have not gotten out of this case. So that leads me to believe that they do believe that Don and Candace and Grandis, it was a premeditated plan, and and this is what they've done with their daughter. So
Does,
that's what I'm getting.
and does Jody Sue know any of the kids' middle name? Does she happen to
Um,
know? It doesn't matter if she don't. That's fine. I just wondered if she knew.
we don't put the kids' names in the chat anyway. Absolutely not. The
Oh,
boys.
I didn't say put it in.
Yeah,
I just, she can say yes or
I don't
no.
know if she knows or not. Um, I don't even know if she's still in here.
Oh, if she don't know, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I was just saying yes or no, but I just, it's no big deal. I mean, Don and Candace, I mean, they couldn't even tell Molly go lightly when the kids' birthday, when Summer's birthday was. So, a lot they don't know. Like their favorite song. Who would let their kids listen to that My House or Godzilla?
I love it, Scorpio. I appreciate the super sticker, hon. God
Yeah,
bless. God bless. I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
thank you.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. I appreciate it.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Oh, come on, y'all. You know you could do better than this. You know you can. I need to get 10,000, up to 10,000. Come on. Help out. Help out. Thank
You know
y'all
I
for helping out here.
I have a cowbell.
Do not ring it, girls.
No,
Do
I'm
not
not.
ring it.
No.
I thought I was going to do that one night just to be funny, and I promise you, my ears were ringing. Like
No,
after I got, I didn't know if it was going to stop. Right?
I'm not
I'm like,
doing
oh
I'm
my
not
gosh,
doing it, but
I got even with myself.
I'm
Right?
not doing it.
I got even with myself. It was
No,
messed
I'm not.
up.
I'm good.
That was crazy. I was like, oh
I'm
hell no, I ain't ever doing that again.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, Day Day. Oh, Day Day.
Yeah, she lost hers.
Yeah, we found it. Right. We need more cowbell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
gang,
we
bang, bang, bang. Exactly.
and you know what? Remember when okay, Benny was up there, right? And he was on Shares one night and he said,
Jody Sue said, even Candace tattoos have their name spelled wrong. Missing DD numbers.
okay.
That is hilarious. That is funny as hell.
Well, we didn't say Candace was the smartest thing, right?
Yeah. That's funny shit.
She's missing a couple bricks.
Yeah, she had to be drinking to get that shit done, right? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
'cause
tell you,
she's never sober.
girl, tattoos hurt. I mean, they them damn things hurt. And they could hurt more after you get it done than while you're getting it done. It gets
Oh,
bad.
the tubes died.
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Ruku. Um,
Remember,
Still really sad. Ralph Morlock is buried in Light Cemetery. Someone's lied. Um, it could be, it could be like, it could be like, here's the thing. Like you have John Smith, and then you have like Dom Wells, for instance. You have Dom Wells, and then you have Dom Wells Jr., right? Um, you have Dom Wells Sr., then Jr., and then Dom Wells again with Dom Wells' son, right? So you have the first, the second, the third. Um, and we don't know, but Dom Wells' son might have named his kid Dom Wells. So, because this is on Chimney Top Cemetery. So, this Morlock could have been a great grandparent, and maybe the grandparent is over, or the parent is over in Light Cemetery. I don't know. But I know this particular tombstone is on Chimney Top Cemetery, not Light Cemetery.
well, it's awful funny. There's like three Candaces, three Dawns, and
Right.
then there's the extra Dawn, Dawn Sherfy. I mean, all these names and they're together. I mean, so many of them all mixed in one. I mean, I guess Candace, Grandis, and her daughter didn't like the name Candace, I guess.
I'm going to tell you something. The tattoos, they're Easter rabbit ears, even spelled the kids' names wrong in them too. It broke my heart then, and it still does now. Oh, wow. Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, where's the pillow, Benny? You still got that pillow, Benny?
I'm just saying, that particular tombstone is up there. And they were talking about the hill, the chimney top, and they were, and then it came out with Morlock as well. And that tells me they were in that area.
Well, um, Pewitt said he feels she's in this area somewhere.
Um, I'm going to tell you, hindsight is always better than foresight. Hindsight is always better than foresight. I mean, you know,
I wish one thing somebody could do something and react to everything they did.
we're talking about, we're talking about, um, oh, this is a girl. This is a girl that's missing in Tennessee. I wanted to bring that out, and I will before I close out tonight. But the tombstone we're talking about is back here. Right here. And it is um Chimney Top Cemetery. And it is a Morlock cemetery. The Morlock headstone up there. This is the headstone up there. Um, if Chillbilly wants to take the time to take a picture of it and prove differently with the name and date inside of a light cemetery, hey, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate you doing that. That's what I
Take a picture.
appreciate.
Take a picture of that couch while you're at it.
Because this particular tombstone sits on Chimney Top. So, you know, the light cemetery is, yes, close to the wells, but so is Morrison Cemetery, and so is some of the other cemeteries. There's a lot of cemeteries there. This one just happens to be up on Chimney Top. So, and it's called Chimney Top Cemetery. And Donna was talking about the Chimney Top. And he was also, I think it's worth looking into personally. I mean, with the way he's talking about Chimney Top, and then he's talking about, Wayne Morlock at the same time. And this tombstone just happens to be up there in that vicinity. That vicinity is worth looking into, because I think that's where he probably seen the name, brought back Morlock to him, and someone else he could throw under a bus. So, and why was he in that vicinity to even see that tombstone? I don't know. But obviously he was. And if there's one in, if there's a tombstone in Morlock's tombstone in the Light Cemetery, it's worth checking around that area as well. Because something had to put that name in Don's mind. And I would say a place, and probably a tombstone. But I would more say that it's the one on Chimney Top, because he was talking about both of them at the same time. And he lied about Summer living there. Well, she might be now. She might be living there now, But she didn't ever live there before. Right?
Right.
It's worth looking into.
I agree with you, PG.
Yeah.
Anything's worth a chance. In this case, we can't do wrong of anything.
Absolutely.
I mean, good. Any news, anything we find, it's a go or not.
Amen. That's what I say.
I mean,
this young lady is missing. This young lady is missing out of Tennessee as well. She's 20 years old. She was last seen in a white top, black like spandex, black spandex pants. Her name is Layla, and she is missing. The parents are asking the mother. The mother is asking for people. This is the mother of the young girl right here. She is asking for help to find her daughter. This is her and her daughter, a picture of them that was taken together. And this is her daughter and her daughter's baby. She has a baby. The young mother has a baby. I think she's just now turning 21. She just had a birthday. This is a picture of the mother. She's a beautiful girl. A beautiful girl. She is 4 foot 11 inches weighs about 150 pounds. This is her, obviously her husband or boyfriend, and this is their child.
Does he have the baby?
These are the pictures of them. I don't know where the baby is or who has the baby. I
Okay.
know that the mother is missing, and her mother is asking for our help to find her daughter. So if you have any information whatsoever, there's a phone number here for you to call. Anyone with information, the whereabouts, call the detectives, and it's right here's the number. So there you go. They got a new law for um, young adults that go missing now. It started July the 1st of 2023. Is for young adults 18 to 20 some years old, I guess. I ain't got all the facts upon that, but there is a new law in effect for young adults to be found now. Hopefully they'll get one for older people that wander off with Alzheimer's and other issues, right? And
Yeah.
maybe those with special needs and so forth. It would be
The,
nice.
the elderly.
So anyway, I thought that I would bring this young lady out. If you have any information, please help help law enforcement find this young girl. Right?
You see something, say something.
Amen. Amen. You know,
And we won't stop with summer. We won't
right?
stop. We will not stop. For Summer Moon Utah Wells.
Every missing person is important.
Oh
It
yeah.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter their age. It doesn't matter, about anything. Every missing human is important.
Every
Um,
missing human
and
deserves.
every missing person has a right to be found and their story told of what happened to them. Every last one of them have a right to get justice against the humans that did this evilness to them. Absolutely. So,
Exactly.
you know, we need to diligently, you know, help in any way we can, um, when we see that someone's needing our help. We really need to pitch in, you know, gather together, pitch in, and do all we can to help. That's what God put us here for. That's what we need to be doing. Um,
Yep. If you
and
see anything about summer, call 1-800 TBI find.
amen. There you go, girl.
For
There you
Summer
go.
Moon Utah Wells.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because she needs brought home. All of them need to be brought home.
Jody Sue says they have silver alerts and medically vulnerable alerts here. That's awesome.
That's
Absolutely
awesome.
awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. And I appreciate you being in the chat tonight, Jody Sue. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
you,
Jody.
that being here to support Summer. I appreciate that. And
Appreciate Chillbilly for coming in and answering some questions too.
absolutely. And Chill Billy coming in to to be here to answer up some things as well.
And thank you,
All
Jody
of us
Sue, for being here.
pulling together makes
That's
a
what makes
difference.
it a team.
A lot of people don't think that it makes a difference, but it does. It does. you know, and because this case is a puzzle, and it takes many, many people to put this puzzle together to figure out exactly what happened on 110 Ben Hill Road on June, you know,
15th.
15th of 2021. Absolutely. I seen something going in the chat.
See
There.
something, say something if you know
Hey,
anything about.
Zelda, I appreciate the super sticker, hon. Absolutely. I appreciate that super sticker.
If
God
you
bless.
know anything about Summer Moon Utah Wells, call 1-800 TBI Find.
There is green alerts as well. That is for vets. All right. That's good to know. That's good to know. Arctic. Absolutely. God bless.
God bless.
Yeah. We've come a long ways. I mean, technology, with technology, we have come a long ways. I mean, it is almost impossible to get away with a crime today. Damn near impossible. I mean, everything that a criminal could think of, law enforcement already has a way
And don't
of
ever,
proven that you did it. I
and
mean,
don't think that these kids that are getting murdered, these people that are getting killed, can't be, can't justice be found just because they don't have a body, because justice can be served with or without a body if they have enough evidence. The West boys, the parents are going to serve justice for that.
hey, love a Scorpio, and all looking for the truth. On YouTube, Jody Sue Brown, and all looking for the truth. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um,
And the truth is
we do
pulling
want the truth.
together
And
and not
out here,
enabling the wells.
out here on YouTube, out here on YouTube, um, out here in the YouTube world, you know, you deal
It's
with
rough.
you're
It
dealing
can
with
get
all you're
nasty.
dealing with all walks of people. You're dealing with all walks of people.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have your haters. You're gonna have supporters. You're gonna have so many different things. You're gonna have so many different things going on, right? All at the same time. All at the same time. If if
And
if
I'm
you
sure.
if you are most people think it's just for the creators, right? They think that it's just for the people up here on the panel, the creators, and the people hang out on panel with the creators. That feel all of the pressure and everything. It's not. It's not. It is. What I'm saying is, you have even the people in the chat. Even the people in the chats are going to feel pressure because haters like to put pressure on people, right?
When
Haters
they
love
write something or say
put
something,
to put pressure on people. What I'm trying to say is, I'm going to tell you something about evilness. I'm going to tell you something about evilness. Evilness loves to make people's lives miserable. Matter of fact, evil has to do that in order to sleep at night. They need to make somebody angry so they can get a good night's rest because they're just fucking evil. Um, and the turd pop suckers, the ones sucking up to the whales all the time, supporting the whales, even though they know they're number one suspects in law enforcement's eyes, right? Those people, evil supports evil. That's all I can say is evil supports evil. So you know who's evil out here when it's supporting evilness.
mm-hmm.
And what I got to say is, and that evilness That evilness don't only attack the people on panels like Justin, PG, Jody Sue, you know,
We
and
all.
and Smalley and so forth and so on. But they also go after the people in the chats as well, right? They go after the people in Justin's chat and PG's chat here and there, you know, because that's the type of evil they are. That's the type of evil they are. They figure before the night's over, they got to get at someone to sleep. Well, I ain't gonna let them motherfuckers sleep. Right? I'm not letting them sleep.
Nope.
I'm not going to get angry with them. I'm not going to get upset with them. I don't choose to do that. I choose to tell them the way it is, knock the dust off my feet, and laugh my ass off at them. Right?
Yep.
What dumb
And we all
bastards
look
are
wrong.
they? What dumb bastards are they? You know, at the end of this night, the only one I got to be good with is God. I don't have to be good with anybody else, just my God. And as long as I'm good with God and He's good with me, I'm good.
Yep.
That's just how
That's
you
all that
need to.
matters.
That's how you need to live your life, right? Pam, what am I looking at?
Huh. Me. That
Oh,
was my. That was another room, my kitchen. I'm sorry.
oh, girl, I did not want to be looking at your bathroom.
Oh no, it's not a bathroom.
But anyway, yeah, your phone was
But
all upside down. Anyway, no, it's her kitchen. It was her kitchen, not
my
her
kitchen,
bathroom.
it's not. No, it's not the bathroom.
Yeah,
I
I was
got
like,
white all the way through
"Hey,
my kitchen. I'm sorry.
I'm about to freak out there.
No, no, no,
Anyway,
no, no. No, no, it ain't happening.
right?
But I love you all.
I
Love
love
the
you too, girl.
chat. Love PG.
All right.
And it's all about Summer Moon, Utah Wells.
Absolutely.
See something, say something. Call 1-800 TBI Fine.
I heard that, girl. God bless.
So God bless y'all. I'm off.
Much love, Pam.
Much love.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And and that's what they have to do. They have to, they have to give you hell in order for them to get some rest. I say don't let them rest. You know? Let that shit go over your back like a water over a fucking duck's back, right? Let it just slide on out. Who the hell gives a damn? All their hate and all their ugliness and all their evilness belongs to them. And by God, I'm gonna pray that they keep it. Right? I'm gonna pray that they keep it because it belongs to them. Don't be bringing that shit my way. Don't be bringing it my way. You have a lot more problems than you got with just your evilness. No, don't even do that. That's your big mistake right there. Absolutely not. Hey, beat, 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 back that big ass up, right? Back it up, take it somewhere else. I don't play that game. And right now, I'm gonna tell you something. I be seeing some crazy shit over at the Day Day, right? I be seeing some crazy shit over at the Day Day. Absolutely. Seem like somebody's over there, all over there. Um, um, whoever wrote 666, Satan, hell, Satan, your 666, Miss Owly. You can stick your 666 up your fucking ass. That's what I got to tell you about your 666. That 666 bitch is going to go in your forehead, on your fucking hand, and you are going to be a servant to Satan. Right? You're going to be a servant to Satan. Now you better go ask Daisy who the fuck Satan is. Right? Because that shit's going to be in your hand and your fucking forehead. Pick where you want it tattooed, bitch. No, you can't get it stamped on your ass. No, but it will be in your hand or it will be on your forehead. And you will be the servant. And you will be doing what you are told to do. There you go, Allie. Just a refresher's course for you. When you get there, bitch. All right? You take that evil somewhere else. Because it ain't welcomed here. It ain't welcomed here. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for you that Daisy didn't. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the Lord. Right? You have no power here. Get gone. Right? No power here. Name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, in the name of Jesus Christ, no power here. You take that ass and flee. That's what you matter of fact, you already did because you had to. Now you don't come around me because I do know the Bible. I do know it. Daisy and them sit over there and play how they want it. Those are evil people that have no protection. You better stay the hell out of here. Because I'm going to tell you what, I'll put that evil back upon your head and it'll crush you. Don't fuck with me. You don't know who you're messing with here. Man, I know all about your guys' little fucking book that you open up and play with. I also know when you open it up, it tells you once you enter, you can't go back. Right? And then I know you start seeing shit that you can't handle. And you start crying like a bitch because you can't handle it. Then you get all scared and shit. You're fucking psycho, man. You're psycho. You're afraid of Satan when you need to be afraid of God. God's the one's going to judge your ass and put you in hell for eternity. Satan ain't going to do nothing but stamp that 666 on your ass, and you're going to do what he says. Remember that. Then you get to go to hell with him. There you go. Make your choice. Make your choice, which I see in the back there. Obviously, you already have. Right? You already have. I'm going to tell you what. I ain't afraid of you. I'm motherfucking afraid for you. Because hell is hot. Right? I'm afraid for you. I could already tell right in that shit you ain't got no brains. You ain't got no brains. That's what I got to tell you. You straight up fucking dumb. Playing with shit you know nothing about. And it will destroy you. Trust and believe me. It will destroy you. Evil destroys evil. You're going to get caught up in your own snares. That's what you're going to do. And it's going to destroy your ass. Don't come near me. I'm going to tell you what, I'll rebuke your ass right into hell. You be the one going. You'll meet your maker. Dumbass. I somebody in the back chat saying they're Allie, Miss Allie,Ally. Miss Allie. Yeah, they in the back chat. They in the back chat talking some Satan nonsense. It got me bent. They straight up out of their brain, man. I'm going to tell you something. I don't fear the devil. I fear God Almighty. Right? I fear God Almighty. God Almighty's the one that giveth and taketh away. God Almighty's the one's going to judge you. God Almighty's the one that makes or breaks you. Man, I'm gonna tell you, PG got right down common sense, right? God strike you. God could strike you dead for writing stuff like that. I don't care if you playing or not. God don't like people play like that. You strike your ass dead. I'd be scared to write stuff like that. Right? That person might go to bed tonight and then breath be sucked out of them. The Lord's like, you don't need to be here anymore. Then they gonna be in hell for eternity because they be writing stuff like that. Crazy. Man, you don't take the risk losing your soul like that. You ain't promised another second. You better be being good. Ed stuff's over there in Daisy's back chat. And then it seems like, they obviously got afraid of it and come over here and try to leave it in PG's back chat. That shit don't scare PG. I'm not going to say, y'all, everybody need to come up here on panel. Everybody need to come up here and pray. Oh, hell no. No. I'm not going to start hollering that. You know why? I'm not going to holler it because the only person need to be praying is the person that wrote that stuff. They're the one need to be praying because they're the one going to be going to hell. Nobody else. Right? That's the person need to be on their knees praying. Not us. They better go read the Bible because you know what? The devil couldn't do anything to Job, right? Unless he went and asked God first. He had to go ask God before he could touch Job. Without God's permission, Satan couldn't do nothing. There you go. You really think God, and in the book, the Bible, God done proved. He done proved to Job, or to Satan, that Job was a good man. Right? God won. God won. Job won. The devil lost. Right? The devil lost. So, you're a child of God. Nothing can touch you. Just is what it is. And people coming around thinking they can, they got it all wrong. It's crazy. I don't give people like that the time of day. I don't give them the time of day. But since it's been happening over at days, it just is what it is. But anyone wants to come up and take a look, you can take a look in the back chat. It's there. Just ugly, nasty shit like that. Daisy does open the door for the devil. She calls all of, but it's probably that bitch that I threw out of here tonight. I don't know what the fuck her name was. I can't even remember. That's how important she was to me, right? I don't even fucking remember who she was. But she's over here talking shit to Jody Sue. Then I booted her in the fucking ass. So, that's about her mentality level right there. You know. But I kind of felt she was some fucking devil worshiper when she was in there running her face the way she was. And what did she get? She got rebuked. Right? Now she's in PG hell. She can stay there. She can stay there. Right? Stay the hell away from me, man. I preach fire and brimstone. Yeah. Is now, if you haven't already, Bible prophecy is fulfilling daily. God said, on the third day he will come quickly. Be ready for the rapture. Yep, tribulation will be awful. It will be. It will be. And I'm going to tell you, um, very few are going to make it out of here. Very few. Why? Because most people are selfish and self-seeking. Most people are, haters, right? They don't love one another. They walk around, like a chips on their shoulder all the time, right? Always wanting to, argue or confrontation with someone. Always wanting to talk about someone. I mean, it's even in the churches. Right? I'm going to tell you, there was a church. There was this church, and they were supposed to get a new preacher. The preacher said, there's going to be a new person here and a new guy preaching, and he's going to be there this Sunday. So Sunday rolls around, and the congregation is filling in, and there's this one man, and he looked homeless. I'm not going to lie, he looked homeless, and he walks in, right, and all the people, he started to go down towards the front of the church, and the people that pass the plates, the good old deacons, whatever, they decide, and we got a seat back here, you can sit back, and they start leading him back to the back of the church, and putting him back in one of the back pews, right, sitting back there. And during church started, they started to sing, they're waiting on the new preacher to show up, and they start singing and everything, and these people in the church, they're turning around and they're looking in the back, at this man, right, like whispering, staring at him. It was terrible. None of them wanted to go around him. It was like he's just back there all lonely, right? None of them were paying, they were just being mean, to be honest, being mean to this particular gentleman. And finally, they got done singing and everything, and the preacher was up there, and he says, well, the new preacher must be running late, right? I don't know where he is, but he's probably running a little late. He'll be here, so I'm going to start the services. And so he starts the services, and it comes time, after the service for, how they do the handshaking. Everybody goes around doing the handshaking. Well, very few shook the old man's hand in the back. Very, very few shook his hand in the back. They was all shaking one another's hand up front, but very few went back there to shake the man's hand in the back. And the few that did, you could tell they didn't want to, right? They didn't want to. And then church was almost over. And they asked, if anybody wanted to have a test or testimony. Well, at that time, the homeless man got up and he went down to the front of the church. And he said he had a test and a testimony. He was the new preacher. And he thought he'd dress like a homeless man to see what kind of church that was. And he found out. Wasn't a very good one, was it? Wasn't a very good one. He couldn't believe how they treated him. Because that ain't the way you're supposed to treat God's children. So there you go. You'd be surprised. The Bible says to be good to everyone because you don't know when you're entertaining an angel. Right? You don't know when you're entertaining an angel. Hey, we got a new member. You are the best. Hey, I appreciate your support for Summer's channel here. God bless. Yeah. So, you want to find out how people are? Don't dress all up in your Sunday best. Dress like you pick out of trash cans, and that way you'll know who your real friends are. Right? That's how you know. You know who really loves you and who doesn't when you're at your worst. Because when you're at your worst, people flee. But those who really care don't. They don't. But it doesn't ever hurt to put people to the test. Doesn't ever hurt to put them to the test. You want to find out who really has your back? Put them to the test. Complain about how down and out you are, and you'll find out who's really there for you and who ain't. Just saying. All right, everybody. I got couple people that supported the channel while I was talking here, and I want to make sure that I give them a meme, and I'm going to give you a meme before I go out of here. Listen, right here, I believe this is a true meme if I've ever seen one. I love this meme, and it is funny. But I seriously believe that it has held a lot of truth from the beginning of this case all the way up to now, and probably when they're getting their asses prosecuted as well. Right here. Come back, Candace. Come back. Ronnie wants to talk to you, Candace. Hey, she gone. All right. And let me tell you something. Candace, make sure you are at the police station on June 16th, 2021. We'll need you there early. All right. We're going to need you early, Candace. Come June the 16th, 2021. Candace, where are you? Where are you, Candace? She gone. Could somebody please send a squad car out to find Candace? Right? Hey, true story, man. That's the way it went. That's exactly how it went. Ronnie had to send out the squad car. Go pick up Can. He's on the run. Right? Funny stuff right there. Absolutely. Anyway, listen, y'all. It was good being here tonight. Absolutely, great to see everyone here supporting Summer. You know, with so many turd pop suckers right now supporting pure evilness, it is awesome to see all the people come together who from the beginning has supported Summer. It's good to see all of us, bonded and sticking together for this baby. As I ask every night, please, please, please keep those prayers going up for Summer. Keep those prayers going up. Those prayers have pulled a lot to the light. It has pulled so many answers out here already. I mean, we know so much more now than we knew at the beginning. So much more. We know who didn't deserve all the hell and anxiety that they had to go through. And we know who didn't deserve any support that they was getting, right? Don, Candace, Grandis. We know that too. People saying, I hear some people, there ain't no fact. There's plenty of facts in this case. Plenty of facts. I showed you a lot of facts tonight. A lot of facts. And every one of them's pointing where? 110 Ben Hill Road. Number one suspects. We are here for Summer Moon Utah Wells. This is all about Summer. It will always be about Summer. And her brothers. Keep those prayers going up. I know God's going to answer. I know He is going to answer. This will be pulled to the light. If you pray and believe you've already got it, you did. So please pray. Pray that Summer is found. Pray that God lets us find her. That God answers our prayers. Pray that law enforcement gets everything they need to prosecute these evil bastards. Pray. Pray for this little girl. She deserves to be found. She deserves justice. And her brothers, they deserve closure. They deserve to know they had nothing to do with none of this. And they deserve a place to be. They deserve to know where their little sister's at. Because they loved her. And we deserve closure too. Because we love her as well. So please keep those prayers going up for this baby. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And pray for one another as well. And if you have any time left, say a prayer for PG. No, I'm always praying for you. No, I don't know what you need, but God does. And I pray He answers all of our prayers. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. God bless everybody. Good night.